And we are just about ready to get underway. Skylar George is going to send us off. NC State comes in with a big swing right away. Rebecca Ring can't get anything going. And then Gabby McLaughlin starts her night off on the first point of the contest. She had quite the day on Friday, even though Syracuse suffered that loss.
Oh, yes, 100%. She is coming into this game with 95 points under her belt today.
21 kills in that 3-1 set loss on Friday night. Picks up right where she left off. Rebecca Ring, on the other hand, answers for the Wolfpack.
That's something that the Orange has struggled with a little bit, even in Wake Forest, where they're just not getting that close to the lines to be able to track what's in, what's out, where to cover, and where to get up there on the net.
Eliza Villar, first service of the day for the Wolfpack. Overpass, and Syracuse cleans it up. So Ana Leia up front.
Great read off that net, being able to stay to that net and see that ball coming over and take advantage of the opportunity given to them.
Early 2-1 start here for the Orange. Yamada sends it over. And then with an impressive dig, keeps things going and creates some life. The Orange with another point.
We saw a deflection by Jordan Smith just there. Jordan Smith coming into the game with 103 errors, adding that up to 104.
Another left side swing for the Wolfpack. Cuse recovers. They go right back to McLaughlin, and it's been working.
She's such an intelligent player, Tommy. Being able to see where her blockers are, and even if she can't get in the gap, gets around it.
You've already seen how diverse her attack is today, going with a couple of different touches and 3 kills off the rip. Awkward setup for North Carolina State, and Syracuse out to a 5-1 lead.
Not something that Eliza Villar is used to doing. I think they're just getting into the swing of things, trying to find that chemistry on the court today.
Opposite start here for the Orange in Friday's matchup against Wake Forest. They took a 6-0 deficit to start. They end up coming back and winning that first set, to which then Wake responded well, picked up 3 sets in a row to come out with a victory. The Orange out ahead against NC State. Got it working offensively. They attack from that left side again. Taris Wadi this time. Neither team can control on this possession, but Skylar George reads the defense well, can't sneak it in. Oftentimes you see Skylar George with those back row attacks, successful wherever she stands on the floor, and had the right idea, just couldn't execute. George again from the back line. Just the push over, and Lily Cropper's got her first kill of the contest.
I think one adjustment that we're seeing so far is that the Orange has struggled to have that close net coverage, whereas when the hitter is going up, nobody is there to cover the ball. They've adjusted immensely in this game, but losing a little bit of court in the back.
A few points in a row for NC State. It's going to be cut away by a service error. Clara Vondren couldn't keep it going. The lefty, Taya Maeva. And then a nice swing on the outside from Jordan Smith.
Jordan Smith is somebody that is 3rd in leading kills for NC State, so not something that they're not used to seeing.
One of the freshmen in the starting lineup here today for NC State. They had 4 of them begin the game. Opposite side swing, and there's going to be some contact up top towards the net, and Syracuse going to be awarded the point.
Just a little misdirection by Francom as she's hitting the antenna and not getting it into the court where where it needs to be.
McLaughlin's been great on the attack. She moves to the service line, and a nice stuff from Zaria Harris-Wadi.
Harris-Wadi is our leader, is leading the Orange in blocks currently, adding another one to her belt, giving her a total of 85.
Nice serve, quick recovery. Opposite end, stuffed down. Talia Frankham.
Again, another great blocker on the court today. Talia Frankham is the leading blocker for NC State.
You just see the size, you could tell why. 6'5", the freshman. Tallest player on the court today, and it's probably the case in most games. Orange attack left side. It's Skylar George this time, and NC State with an awkward handle.
Like you said, Tommy, Frankham leads the court in height, and I think the Orange are adjusting to that. They're seeing that when she's going up for a block, there's not much they can do, but just try to get it over, tip it over, roll it over any way they can instead of getting it into her hands.
It's an issue the Orange have faced all season. They know they're undersized. Heavy swing. The Orange want some tipped fingers at the net, and they get the point. So Sydney Waller finds herself on the board. Ten to 6 lead for the Orange. Bryant skies up top. Nice vision and the quick touch.
Courtney Bryant is one of their key players, and we spoke with the SID a little bit earlier where she said Courtney Bryant is the leader in kills, leader in the team. Anytime she speaks up, she may be a silent leader, but everyone is quiet and listens.
Emphatic hit from Skylar George opposite way. It's not often too quiet when Skylar George connects on a kill. Marie Lario in for the first time today. Another big swing, this time from NC State, Rebecca Ring. Talk about the freshman on this team. Ring, another that drew the start today, and she has put together quite the season. 228 kills entering today's contest.
This team is young, Tommy, but they have a lot of skill and a lot of IQ.
A couple of key leaders. 2 seniors also started with the 4 freshmen. And there's another freshman, Zuza Maciejewicz, with a service ace.
Almost lost Skylar George over there to the water cans.
What a dig. NC State return the favor. No, they can't.
So Anna George with the kill right there. Something that we've seen all season and all career from her, where she's great at that slide hit.
Couple of shoe adjustments from the Wolfpack. George at the service line. Long pass to Ring. They fight for it. Leia. Back and forth action, swing after swing. Couple of nice digs, keeping it going, and too short. Courtney Bryant can't connect.
The Orange are coming out today with a lot of energy and intensity, and they're being really intentional about what they're doing with the ball, who has it, and when they're going to get it over that net.
Ring punches one way too deep. Lead increases to 5 for the Orange. Bit of a discussion on the opposite end. Head coach Megan Wargo-Kearney, her first season at the helm for the Wolfpack. She's had 6 seasons with this program, but steps into a much bigger role to lead off this year. No challenge. George going to look to continue her run. Nice stuff up at the net. Fight for it. And NC State stays alive for now. And a stuff right back. Got a little bit of a help. Not the set Syracuse wanted.
Lily Cropper, another tall player over for NC State, standing at 6 feet and 3 inches. That ball's going to come over, and somebody's going to need to cover that.
Set up just too short. McLaughlin couldn't get her touch on it. Now a real deep set for McLaughlin. They'll feed her again. Off the fingertips and down. Syracuse. Yeah.
Whereas on the Orange side, Gabby McLaughlin is starting off with 4 kills already, and Skylar George getting 2 under her belt as well.
George and McLaughlin above the 300% hit percentage. Sona Leea up there with them as well. It's a tough night if George and McLaughlin are hitting like that. But a good break out of the timeout for the Wolfpack. Swing around and blocked. Courtney Bryant in the mix once again. A little bit of help from Lily Cropper as well.
Yeah, you're going to see both of those girls there every single time, no matter where the ball is on the court.
Bondren over the net. McLaughlin. Not high enough.
Before this match, Cropper came into this match with 4 solo blocks, and so far we've seen 2, making it a total of 6, Tommy.
Just a touch this time from McLaughlin. NC State settles. Off the hands and another point. Courtney Bryant doing it on both ends.
Now that's something we're not used to seeing Taya Maeva making those mistakes and not getting her ball in, or her body in front of the ball, but rather too much to the side.
The tap forward, it works. Finds the floor, Harris Waddy.
You can hear in the background, we have DJ Spike back in the women's building, getting the crowd riled up with his tunes.
Good crowd turnout on a Sunday for Senior Day. A rocket from opposite end to opposite corner.
That was an absolutely phenomenal hit, Tommy. She used her angles, she saw the open court in the back and exploited it fully.
Quick turnover to Harris Waddy. Bryant collects another. We're all tied up at 16. Syracuse has not gotten a good look on the offensive end. North Carolina State has been taking advantage of it. George from the back line, it finds its way.
That was just a little miscommunication between them alone. Didn't know if they actually got a hand on it. Didn't know who was going to get down and get that ball. But all that matters is somebody needs to hit the floor and cover that ball.
Finds the soft spot in the middle. Syracuse back up by 1. McLaughlin from the back line. Catches the defender up top. Vondran can't get to it.
Vondran trying her best to eat that, but when you're getting a hit from Gabby McLaughlin, not too much of those are going to get eaten.
And that's going to force the first timeout of the contest from Coach Wargo Kearney. So we took a look at the hitting percentages when we came out of the break. Things have turned around a bit for North Carolina State, and you can kind of see them close in. Down 5 at the break, tied it up, and now Syracuse with a couple of points, back to a 2-point game.
Yeah, I think they saw the discrepancies there and knew that they needed to pick it up a little bit, connecting with Courtney Bryant, who we saw in these plays getting that dig, then getting up front and making those amazing hits.
For the Orange, Gabby McLaughlin, the leader so far, talked about her day on Friday against Wake Forest, 21 kills. It was the game high, her 5th ACC contest so far with 20 or more kills, and Syracuse as a whole really had it going on the offensive side of things. Their most efficient day hitting-wise in ACC play. They hit .288 against Wake, although they came away with the loss.
Yeah, Tommy, although they did come away with a loss, we did see some areas of improvement for the Orange. Like you said, hitting .288, the most effective in ACC this season. And Gabby McLaughlin had a 7-kill second set, which is her 5th this season.
She's had her moments where she completely takes over games. 5 already in this contest, 14 total attacks, and when you continue to feed McLaughlin, a lot of them are going to find their way onto the scoreboard. She's in the service spot right now for the Orange. Couple of pickups back-to-back. Gets Syracuse back on top. Closed out the first set against Wake on Friday, looking to do the same thing here. Awkward punch, but it works for Sydney Waller.
I don't actually know what happened there, but it worked.
Just catching the defense off guard. NC State attacks opposite way, but that doesn't affect Harris Waddy.
We saw a lot of those from Harris Waddy last game against Wake Forest, where she was super effective on the net, was able to read those balls coming over and just stayed attached to it. Some would say like a magnet.
Team leader in blocks, Harris Waddy, and now the overpass. Looks to take care of damage, and she does.
Again, Waddy saw that, and she was not going to let that go.
So immediately another timeout for Syracuse on a 5 in Georgia Tech. Excuse me, those two are at home. So a bit of an extended home run for them. He talked about this team getting rest and finding their rhythm once again. And hoping to snag a win before this final push in ACC play. Out of the break, Bryant puts one on the board for the Wolfpack.
Another net violation by Waddy. These middle blockers got to do a little bit better. Yes, being on the net, but giving yourself a little bit of grace to know your spacing.
There's Harris Waddy flying in. And didn't have to, but right there for the defense afterwards.
Big correction there from her after just seeing a net violation. Seeing it, making that correction, and standing where she needs to stand.
It's no question that's her spot. She owns the middle for this Syracuse team. Emma Ortiz, her first action of the day. And just too much open space. Courtney Bryant making the Orange pay for it.
Yeah, we talk about IQ a lot, and for NC State, Courtney Bryant is the IQ. She is the leader in kills, and like I said before, she is their leader off the court and on the court.
Nice drop there from Skylar George. So back in fourth action, Syracuse just looking to climb this to 25. 23-18.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Francom got a little scared up at the net. If she had her hands up, it would have went straight into it. But her doing that caused some confusion on the court, making it nearly impossible to know what to defend and where.
Lorio gives the point right back on the service error. And now Maciejewicz, the one to serve. Had an ace in her very first touch earlier in the contest. McLaughlin back line. Played up. Ring. What a dig from Yamada. They go right back to Ring. Too much. Can't find the orange paint. Game point here for Syracuse. Skylar George on the serve. Had an impressive run midway through this set, now looking to close it out. Ring again. Off the hands, and the Wolfpack stay alive. They hit the 20-point mark.
That's Ring's third kill of the game, and she's coming into this game with 175 kills on ACC play, 228 overall. So she's a strong hitter for NC State.
She's got it going in conference play as well. They'll need her here big time for the comeback. Got to stop McLaughlin first. And talk about Gabby McLaughlin with the 16 total attacks, almost half the team's attacks. And now to start the second, not the way things want to go for NC State. A nice pickup early for Syracuse. It's important for them to get out in front in the second set. We've seen them win first sets a couple of times. Saw it on Friday against Wake, and then they go down 1-2-3. Smash hit on the right side for Rebecca Ring.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And she's seeing that delay on the Syracuse side where they're not necessarily getting to that straight line. So she's going to exploit that every single time.
Vondran on the serve. Middle, Lario. Can't clip the outside.
Lario, somebody that has 2 attempts on this game, and 0 of them have been effective.
Seen her have some big runs for Syracuse in this second half of the ACC schedule, has really stepped up, just the freshman. Punch there by McLaughlin, shoved down by Harris Waddy. Somehow ball staying alive. The Wolfpack's going to get a crack at it in the middle. George handles. McLaughlin, not the hit she was looking to get.
Might not be what they wanted to see offensively, but defensively there was a lot of communication, a lot of scatterness on the court to make sure that they're covering everything, bodies hitting the floor. Very effective on that.
After the service error for NC State, they pick up 3 in a row. And then a fourth, this time by way of the block. A net scraper. Left hand from McLaughlin. Right side, Lario, and again too strong. Syracuse asking for potential hands at the net. But it's going to go the Wolfpack way, 5 in a row.
They're trying their best to adjust to having a tall front row, but I think Maeva having to set the back is causing a little bit of disruption to the hitting system that they normally do have.
She sets up McLaughlin this time. Once again, just a floater being read well by NC State. Smith, 2 attacks in a row. Can't get anything going. The defense holds up for the Orange.
Rep after rep, but nothing seems to come through for Jordan Smith.
Harris Waddy up front. Maeva swings it right back. Pretty clean first set for both teams in terms of the service error. Syracuse had 2, NC State with just 1. But here early on in the second, both of them with a service error.
Yeah.
And then an ace.
Tommy, not something that we're used to seeing them have service errors, more so them having a little bit of struggles on serve receive, which we just saw right there with Yamada. I think that they've just been really, like Coach, we talked about with Coach, he's been getting them to do a lot more reps to find that stability with serve receive.
Deep look. George smashes it.
It's always a game when you see Skylar George get in there screaming.
Constantly fired up. It's 7-3 early on in the second set, but it doesn't matter. Every point for her is crucial. The push, too much.
Great read. She is a strong and smart player, has the IQ, saw that there was people at the net, tried to push it, but like we said, she is a little energized and a little bit strong, so she can adapt as the time goes on.
Really nice setup for the Orange, put away by Waller. That play in full development. McLaughlin really nice on the serve receive and sets up Waller perfectly.
Waller's just a strong hitter in general. Like, she's always going to find that spot.
Ortiz to serve. Soft spot. George almost pops it up, but they're going to say that connected with the ground.
Last game against Wake Forest, we did see them struggle a lot with covering the net, covering their hitters, covering their blockers. A lot of their points were given up to those balls just dropping a little short of the back row and a little far from the front.
The punch up. Waller on the second attempt. Meet up at the middle, won by NC State. Rebecca Ring using the size advantage. Quick hitter. Full defensive stance. Won by the Orange.
Waller at that net just needed to push that ball back over and get the point, and she was successful.
A little bit of grooving on her way to the bench as well. Way too easy. Francom finds some wide open space.
Yeah, Francom, we've seen her do that a little bit in this game. That slide is effective for somebody that has that height, has that IQ, and is going to give it their full swing.
Scramble to keep it up. The Orange going to get another look at it. They go back to George. Knocked away and out of bounds. Point for the Orange. George from the kill to the ace. Syracuse cutting into the lead.
First ace of the game, Tommy, for the Orange. Not the first time, the second for Maeva.
Started with a block. First attempt, second attempt. Worked her way for that point.
Maeva has that IQ, and everyone loves to see when she gets out of that role of being the setter and is able to get into that hitting positions.
She's got a creative attack that generates some points. That serve can't clip the out-of-bounds line, so Georgia's service run comes to an end. Picks up a couple on NC State, but 12-8 as it stands. Villar to serve. Ring denied. Cross court, Leia. How about that? Reaches back for it and puts it in the perfect spot.
A lot of people on that court were a little bit scared if you saw their faces. They did not know where that ball was going, but Leiva knew that was in, knew her abilities.
Dig from George. This time Laurie. Can't get to that one. Ring eventually pushes through. NC State flipping it from one side to the next.
Great effort by Lorio, trying to get there, pancakes to even get there.
Lorio and George in the back line. A few nice saves, but couldn't get anything going on the attack. NC State answers first. McLaughlin tries to switch sides of the court and finds it.
That is the definition of using your angles, being a directional hitter, not just going directly to the back corner, but using your front row too to even get into those gaps.
Really tough angle on that. McLaughlin figures it out. McLaughlin set up again. That ball launches back. George in the middle. No good. Been a pretty even set after NC State got out in front, but they're holding on to a 4-point lead. Punch down in the middle of the net. Frankham.
Maeva
Back into action, 15-10, NC State leads. Harris Waddy denied in the middle. Switch it up to Waller. Wolfpack hangs on and convert.
all over the place right there during that. Number 23 for NC State made sure to get that ball in, not overhit, but get it in and score that point.
As Jordan Smith giving the Wolfpack their biggest lead of the contest. Cuse answers thanks to McLaughlin.
McLaughlin's 8th kill of the game today.
Crowd trying to energize Syracuse. Level serve. NC State finds it. There's Smith again.
Smith's 5th kill of the game. That was explosive, Tommy. That was a hard read from anybody on the opposite end.
The attacking array spread out well for the Wolfpack. 6 kills for Bryant and Ring. 5 for Smith. Waller on the attack for the Orange. She'll pick up her 5th. Couple of taps back and forth. Neither team with a real go at it, but it works.
Not something we're used to seeing by Soana. She's not normally the front row player that's gonna turn around and try to cover those overpasses or those little net touches. Gave it a chance. It just didn't work out.
Point swings right back to the Orange. Service error. Just the third of the contest for the Wolfpack on the service error. Awkward hit. And the Orange stack a couple together. Sneak attack works out. Some really good positioning from Villar there.
Really smart. Saw the middle of that court open, knew that was her time to take that dump.
19-14, and if you're just tuning in, a little bit of an issue with the score bug. It is a one-set lead by Syracuse. We're here in set number 2. NC State trying to tie it up, and that's going to help out. And if you're just tuning in, a little bit of an issue with the score bug. It is a one-set lead by Syracuse. We're here in set number 2. NC State trying to tie it up, and that's going to help. 20-14 for the Wolfpack. Sneak attack works out. Some really good positioning from Villar there.
Really smart. Saw the middle of that court open, knew that was her time to take that dump.
19-14, and if you're just tuning in, a little bit of an issue with the score bug. It is a one-set lead by Syracuse. We're here in set number 2. NC State trying to tie it up, and that's going to help out. 20-14 for the Wolfpack.
Talking about that serve receive right there is something that Loria really could have taken that step forward instead of just relying on her body.
George, the fireball.
That was impressive, Tommy. Talk about blockers up at the net, no space, but she made that space. She said this is getting through one way or another.
Perfectly aligned and well-timed. George from the back line takes the soft approach, as does NC State. Leia stuffed, staying alive. And Ring with too big of a swing.
Way to win that rally for the Orange. Everybody did their part. Everybody played their role and stayed true to that ball until that ball came over the net.
George with the dig in the back line. Another sneak by Villar. Not going to work. George the answer.
NC State has a little bit of frustration on their faces, maybe too.
A lot of these last few attacks from the Orange have just seeped through the cracks. NC State, even when they've gotten a hand on it, been a bit out of position and haven't kept the volleys going. A couple of substitutions, see if that'll change things around for the Wolfpack. It's George back up.
Sydney Daniels just enters the game as well.
Not the setup you want coming out of the break. Syracuse gonna get the first crack at it. Big block, but the Orange recover. And then a big swing. Lily Cropper owning that.
saw a lot of Cropper in the first set, not so much in the second set, but that was an incredible spike.
First on the block to cause some disruption. Gets the setup they want to throw one down, and just after 1 point, that's going to force a timeout. It's going to be Villar on the serve. Off the fingers. Cuse can't get it. The Wolfpack just 3 away from taking the second set. That one goes too far. Big break for the Orange. A much-needed point, and they get it gifted.
Now they might be in one of the best spots they could be with having Yamada being the server on the season. She currently has 20 aces total and 6 in ACC play.
Gonna need a run here. Rebecca Ring has taken some big swings today. McLaughlin dumped down. There's Ring.
Not able to find that gap this time. You did see a little bit of strength on that, but couldn't get through.
Couple taps back and forth. McLaughlin puts the first true hit. Right back from NC State. Yamada heads up play. Fed again is Bryant.
Yeah, you can see the Orange trying to adjust from the height by rolling the ball over, tipping the ball over, but that's not something you can do when you have somebody like Courtney Bryant at the net.
Set point here for the Wolfpack. 24-19. Easy set. George collects. Smith this time. Overpass, and NC State gonna opt to play it slow. They go Smith again, and it doesn't work out. Not done yet. The Orange need 4 straight to send this to some extra play.
Coming back in the game is Waller, who has 5 kills currently on the game, hitting 400.
Got to stop the attack first. And Jordan Smith.
And then assists pretty much the same as well, 23-24.
Middle punch. Kept alive. And the return from Ortiz. Some sound defense both ways. Maeva with the poke.
A little bit of confusion on the court for NC State. Who is going to get that ball and who is going to follow?
Maeva does that so well. Textbook play that she'll bring in every now and then. To the middle. What a way to stay alive for the Orange. But then right back. Cropper up front.
The Orange able to get under that, get some little hands in there, get it up and over. But NC State took advantage of that one 100%.
Cropper hitting 500. 3 kills on the contest. McLaughlin drops one down. Didn't look like that ball had enough on it to find the floor.
No, nice and easy roll. Back to the fundamentals.
Some nice spin to get that down. Big swing on the right side. George with the pushover. Bryant can't get in the mix. And then George from the back line.
Skylar George now takes the lead for the game for the Orange with the most kills during this game. She currently has 9 kills.
Doing it efficiently as well. Ball shoved down. Back and forth play to start the third.
Cropper again, you're not just going to see her getting up and hitting those traditional hits, but also staying on the net, finding where she needs to poke her hand up, get it dumped, or even rolling it, tipping it, everything that she needs to do to be effective on the court today.
Hitting percentage up to .571. Cropper on the floor now. And then a good enough angle to collect another.
It's always hard with mixed matched heights. Maeva just wasn't able to stay up and push harder on that block.
Cropper to the service spot. McLaughlin off the fingers. Flies away.
Bad read by number 3, Vondron. If she had just left it alone, it would have been out, but you're never too sure when you're in the court.
First player into the double figures for kills. It's no surprise, Gabby McLaughlin. Couple of taps back and forth. Waller with the hammer.
That's Waller's 6th hit of the game, getting her above that 400 to 455, being very effective for the Orange.
That serve flies off. A gimme point there for North Carolina State.
Good redemption for Vondron. As before, she couldn't tell if the ball was in or out, but this time she was stuck to it and knew that ball was going to go outside those lines.
Waller again.
Waller has been nothing short of explosive this game, adding her total to 7, but keeping that percentage high because she's not making too many errors while doing these hits.
She's been heating up a bit more as the second half of ACC play comes in. Had 8 kills against Wake Forest on Friday.
Little laugh by Gabby McLaughlin as she gets a little deflection error right there. Nothing she can't adjust to coming up.
Volley a bit all over the place, and Vondron can't find the floor.
Daniels gave it her all, pancake to that ground, trying to get the team into a momentum and getting it over the court to the other side of the court, but just was not successful.
Vondron almost confuses the defense enough. They'll go right back to her, and she gets it on the second attempt.
One thing you have to notice when watching NC State play, they tend to go back to the same players each time. They're trying to build that rhythm within that one person. And then when it's time to move on, it's time to move on.
Skied in from the back line. Courtney Bryant was floating, but so was the ball.
That is one strong hit, Tommy, if I do say so. Went straight to the glass doors there.
Ortiz now floats one over on the serve.
Syracuse now leading in service errors with 6-4.
Only one service ace for the Orange as well. It's been a column NC State has been pretty tight on so far today. Vondron popped up by Yamada. McLaughlin from the back line. And it's in.
Line judge got a piece of that action right there.
Always the risk. Left hand pop up by Ortiz. George. NC State can't get to it.
George flying in out of nowhere to be able to get that ball over.
This looked like not enough movement on NC State there once that initial receive happened. Everybody kind of froze.
It's starting to look like both teams are trying to slow the ball down on their ends, trying to collect themselves a little more, be more effective on the plays that they're choosing to make.
Here's an easy point that NC State didn't have to think too much about. Another error for the Orange. They're up to 7. Middle tap. Opposite way, McLaughlin. Oh, yeah.
We talked about that strength earlier. That is somebody that you just have to be careful going up against because, yes, you do have the height advantage, but are you smarter than her? Are you going to be able to block those gaps that she's looking to find?
That's a tough one to handle.
That's an answer to my last question.
Jordan Smith, right back. And then a reception error from Yamada.
You know, without having Tevez here to relieve Yamada, Yamada has been showing a lot of signs of just being tired. You know, a lot of deflections, a lot of errors that you're not supposed to be seeing.
Harris Waddy almost gets the point. McLaughlin denied. The Orange switching the attacks. 3 different attempts so far. Ortiz on the floor. Back to Harris Waddy. Smith on the other end.
Smith's 8th kill of the game. She's been very effective for the Wolfpack today.
Cropper on the serve. McLaughlin, heavy hit. Ton of spin flung off that one.
Yeah, Smith and McLaughlin have been going neck and neck with each other, just keeping that right on each other. Who's going to get that hit? Who's going to get that block? Each time, you never know.
A lot of pressure both ways on that opposite side. There's another battle. Tipped up, and Yamada keeps it going. Stuffed down. Harris Waddy fired up.
Harris Waddy, the leading blocker for the Orange, doing what she does best with the assistance of McLaughlin.
Yamada just gets a hand on it. Stuff. NC State will just opt to swing it over. Waller off the fingertips. Splits the defense. Bryant with some vision.
It's nice to see Courtney Bryant getting back into the swing of the front row, as she's been playing a lot of defense for the team in this last 2 sets. But she has the IQ, one of the strongest IQs on NC State's team, so it's good to see her getting another kill, which brings her to 11 total this match.
Slammed home.
But Waddy has an answer. She is locked in and ready to go this set. Look at her dancing.
Fired up with some big-time play at the net.
Used her height and vertical on that one.
No good on the attempt from the back line. Syracuse out in front as we head to the media break, 15 to. It's been back and forth for both of these teams. The Orange taking set number 1. The response from the Wolfpack in set number 2. And now Syracuse has been out in front all of set number 3. Out of the break, the Wolfpack can't tighten up.
Yamada knew right away she needs to pull that arm back and let that ball go out.
Stuffed at the net. Can't get it back. Harris Waddy having quite the set.
Showing great work.
And then a tough one against the Cardinals, who were number 3 ranked at the time. The ACC with the most teams in the top 10, the most teams in the top 15 in the national rankings. 2 battle-tested teams here, and both of them trying to sneak their way in to some big stakes in the playoffs. Back and forth, neither team breaking, and Skylar George finds it.
Probably one of the longest rallies we've seen within this match today. A lot going on. Another block added for Wallard, and another kill added for George.
6-point lead in the third. The Orange stay alive. Harris Waddy punches one down. And just off the wrong spot on the hands.
A lot of faces from the bench over there with the Orange. Didn't know how that happened, but managed to get some touches on it and send it over the net.
Harris Waddy. Ball flying all around. And the Orange come away with the point.
And it worked. It's always fun to see a team just having fun together, building that off of the chemistry they already have, as if we're just in practice doing the same old reps that they're used to.
Can't get the serve receive. And the Orange are stacking up points.
Second ace of the game.
Timeout on the floor, NC State. They use yet another.
Where that duo also played together at University of Nevada. So it's things to build off of, and you're seeing it come to fruition right now.
Piper Willinger into the game, another one of the seniors being recognized today for the Orange. Ball caught up on the net. Hard smack. Willinger gets a hand on it, but can't keep it under control.
Crowd got a little scared there. I feel like if it was anybody else running towards them, they may not have, but Skylar George is not going to give that up. So you never know what she's going to do.
Had to win that first point out of the timeout for the Wolfpack. Finally stopped the run from the Orange. And then they just shoved one down. It's Cropper in the middle.
So Syracuse does have a little bit of wiggle room to be allowing a few of these, but they don't have a lot. If they want to keep this lead higher than what it is right now, they need to stay grounded and push forward.
Miscommunication causes a huge scramble, and that one not going to get over the net properly. So 3 in a row for the Wolfpack in 3 pretty ugly plays for the Orange.
Yes, not much to say about those. Just way out of whack.
Got to settle back in. Lead cut to 4. They go to George. Vondran. From the back line, Bryant. Extended volley. Hard swing, too much, but it's tipped. And Coach Bake with a quick question here. We haven't seen a challenge yet today. Is he going to pull out the card? Asking his players, did you get a hand on it? And seems like they admitted so. 4 straight for the Wolfpack. Waller puts an end to the run.
Very impressed by Waller's performance today. Hitting just a little bit below 4 now, but still very effective with 8 kills total in this match. A lot of adjustment has been made by the Syracuse Orange to be able to get to where they're at right now.
1 block for Syracuse. And the dig from Yamada. Hard hit from the back line. The Wolfpack stay with it. Both teams fighting. Libero's putting in some extra work this volley. Middle, can't get up.
Talk about a rally. Both sides defensively doing what they have to do. The liberos getting behind that ball and getting it up to allow their setters to set up their hitters with perfect timing. Great execution on both ends. Just got a little distracted for Courtney Bryant.
3 away for Syracuse. McLaughlin. Whew. Some speed, but too much.
Not much can be done about that. If she could just get above it a little bit more, bring it down, angle it to the court, would have been great.
Leia denied. NC State not going away quietly. Could change here for Syracuse. Looking to put together 2 against an opponent. And not only that, but go up 2-1 with a chance to take it away here on Senior Day. 22-19. George pops one over. Vondran gets it to go. We've got a 2-point set.
Vondron able to just avoid the blockers in all complete, to not even tie it up at the net, just get it over and get that point.
Meet up in the middle. Cropper wins it.
Not something we're used to seeing by Maeva, but last-ditch effort, gave it her all, tried her best, was not successful.
Syracuse has one more timeout on the set. George blocked. The string of points for North Carolina, and does Coach Bake go to the timeout? Yes, he does. 22-22 in the women.
So it can really go either way, just who's determined to get it done quicker.
Eliza Villar. McLaughlin back line. Money.
In moments like that, you got to just find your leaders. Go to the people that you know can and will get the job done, like Gabby McLaughlin.
NC State with their tallest lineup on the floor. 4 players, 6 foot or taller. McLaughlin floats it. Past the height, and Ring puts one down.
It's a little bit back off the net, someplace that we really don't want to be seeing any of the blockers. You want to be able to see your blocker on that net with the technique to not get a net violation, but press the ball as much as they can.
First to 2 points, win by 2. Jump ball at the net, and NC State has been the victor on most of those.
Like I said before, going back to your leaders, and for NC State, that person is Courtney Bryant.
Syracuse needs it now. Set point. George keeps them up. McLaughlin off the fingers, and it's good. We've got extra play.
In moments of that, if you use it wisely, you can always get that tip off. Her having that height disadvantage gives her the advantage to make sure she touches the fingertips of those blockers up on the net.
Other way, and Courtney Bryant has split that window time and time again.
Courtney Bryant still leading for the Wolfpack with her 14th kill of this set.
Cuse facing the deficit again, and NC State pours it down. No movement, though. Syracuse thinks that one lands in. And for Coach Bake, you got nothing to lose here.
Yeah, I think Syracuse is thinking that that blocker or hitter went up over the net, causing a net violation, something that not many people are going to challenge, but in a crunch time like this, it's kind of pivotal. And it does help the case, the fact that they are a little bit shorter on the Orange side, and that ball didn't look like it was about ready to go over quite yet.
I mean, absolutely nothing to lose. Syracuse up 20-13 at one point in this set. And this one was for set number 3. Very quick review and very quick confirmation. So NC State, in a massive third set comeback, steals one away on senior day for a huge comeback and a stolen set. And the Wolfpack walks into the fourth up 2-1, looking to close things out. And they're picking up right where they left off.
Not the greatest way to come back and start the set, but something that can definitely be adjusted as a strong hitter. Things like that are going to happen.
Villar sets middle. Yamada, quick reaction. And then punched down by Smith.
Smith, one of the leaders for the 4 kills on NC State, coming in with 9 currently. Definitely smart to keep going to somebody like that that's going to get the job done and execute.
5 digs and 3 blocks to her name as well. The freshman putting it together here. Leia swing. And it's going to go NC State way. Another communication here. Leia wanted...
Syracuse is saying that it went straight to the net, whereas, I'm sorry, flip it. Syracuse is saying that somebody did get a touch on it, but NC State is arguing that went to the net. It had nothing to do with them.
Yeah, we're going to see another review. So we'll maybe take a listen if the mic works.
Syracuse is challenging for blocking.
So challenging the block, Kool-Aid, it's one that definitely looked like it didn't have that much height on it, but maybe caught some of the hands on NC State right up close to the net.
You know, being somebody that has played volleyball growing up, I think I know what I saw. Is that my job to say it? No. So we're gonna let the refs do their job, figure out who is right when it comes to this challenge. And from what we've seen against Wake Forest and today, they're pretty quick on reviewing what's happening.
Unfortunately, we don't have the replay on our side. That play took place on the other side of the court as well. So definitely not the best vantage point. Kind of see the angle, but not good enough for us to tell who made contact with it. As it stands right now, it's a 3-0 start to this set by NC State.
I think Leia is just having a little bit of a rough time coming out into this set.
And it is not going to change. Call confirmed on the court.
Yeah, I personally did not see any hands touch that ball. I did see a lot of net, so it's good to know that the refs are keeping an eye on those things.
If you go back to that third set, this is a 16-4 run right now by NC State. 13-4 to close out the third, and now a quick 3 spot put up. Cuse has got to answer. No can do.
I don't know what the Orange need, but they just need to settle down.
NC State has really stunted the attack. They're up to double digits in blocks. They've doubled Syracuse's blocks. And they finally get a break. For NC State, the run has to come to an end at some point, but that's also a tough way to give it up. Syracuse has had so much trouble trying to find a point, and you essentially gift one over.
Yeah. They get put in good hands with Yamada being the server.
Gotta awake this offense again, though. And it is all NC State.
Connor Schrottnum is just not happy with what's going on right now, hoping that the girls can just turn it around and give him something to work with.
Not gonna help. Service ace off the error from George.
It'll be interesting to see how they're gonna adjust from this. Seeing errors from people that normally you don't see it from, like George in particular.
McLaughlin off the fingertips. Syracuse finally sees a point go down.
Coming back into the game is Waller, somebody who has produced a lot for the Syracuse Orange. Hoping to see more out of her right now as she is currently hitting a 412.
8 kills and just 17 attacks for Sydney Waller. George hits the floor. There's Waller. Puts one in. Immediately making the impact.
She is waking those girls up out there, bringing the energy that they needed out on that court.
In the middle, blocked by Harris Waddy.
Puts her arms up like, come on, guys. You knew what was about to happen. You got exactly what you expected. So fun to see that.
Waller fed again. She's finding success. Syracuse officially eliminates this run. Back into it in this set, 6-5.
One of the most productive hitters out on that floor today with 10 total kills, hitting .474. Very impressive from Waller.
There's another one for the Orange, so big swing back to Cuse.
Finally got it tied up over here, Tommy, 6-6.
Love to see that lead come back. See if they can topple the Wolfpack. 5 in a row. Big punch, but blocked and hits the Orange.
Waddy's 7th block of the game. She is really producing out here for the Syracuse Orange and just keeping them in the realm of scoring.
Maeva, the extended run. NC State finally puts a stop. All knotted up at 7.
Nobody other than Courtney Bryant, their leader in kills, currently has 15 kills on this match and is hitting a 156, but has been all over the court with 8 digs, 3 blocks.
Service ace. That hits the soft spot. Big dig. Sets up the Wolfpack. Frankham swings one home. Tough handle. George battles back. Syracuse just gonna have to play it over though. Too easy. Samaya Dorsey into the action.
Another one of those freshmen for the Wolfpack. There are a lot of freshmen on this team, 6 in total, and at sometimes you're going to see more than one on the court like what we see right now.
Another overpass. Makes things too easy for the Wolfpack. Frankham in the middle again. Back in action, the Orange face a 4-point deficit and a 2-1 set deficit. Got to have it out of the break, and there's Sydney Waller.
Waller is just going to show up consistently throughout today's match. She is really, really effective on where she's placing her hits.
Another smack.
Big overpass. City Waller saw that and laid it down for the Wolfpack.
Back and forth. Weaker hit by George. It forces a jump ball, and all of those have gone to the Wolfpack.
That was an interesting one. We saw Waddy dig that ball, and as she popped it up, I wasn't sure if she was going to go in for that second hit or not, or if she was really just going to try to block. But either way, that ball wasn't over, so.
George, heavy swing, finds it. Waller again. Cannot be denied. Up to 13 kills in just 23 attacks.
It is honestly hard to imagine where these teams would be at, or where Syracuse would be at, without the efforts by Waller today.
She's reached a new high this season. Almost puts in another. And it will go her way.
Great call by the judge up top.
Waller's high this season in kills was 12 before today's contest. Here she stands with 14. Getting down and dirty, couldn't get there in time, but full effort from Waller. Redshirt junior, she's another one being celebrated on this senior day, and boy, is she showing out. They feed her again. Taps one up. Scramble. Opposite way. McLaughlin gets to it, but too far. What an effort. What a hit by Vondran as well.
Yeah, every time that we are seeing Syracuse get back up in the points, you got to look at Courtney Bryant's face. She is locked in and ready to go.
Syracuse defense not so locked in on that one. Miscommunication leads to the point. 15-12 Wolfpack. Looking to close things out in 4. George a second time. Vondran denied. But NC State wins the battle. The blocking effort has been there all game. And Francombe with another. Notre Dame. And then it's the trio of Boston College, Syracuse, and NC State following behind. A lot of the teams that have been matched up this weekend. So important for both of these rosters, and Sydney Waller is bringing it as much as she can for the Orange.
15 kill of the game, Tommy. Hitting above 500 now that we have moved along in this set, where she's stayed consistently around the 400s, breaking off into the 5s.
She's off the floor. The Orange got to look to some other source of offense. It's going to be George. Trickles off the fingers and gets the kill.
George knew that hit that hand. She was not worried about it.
Another player in the double digits for the Orange. George has got 13 kills. Just one on the other side. Courtney Bryant with 15. Jordan Smith falling behind with 9. And how about that one? Clara Vondran trying to get in the mix. She's got her 7th kill. Almost hits the soft spot on both sides. Middle, McLaughlin. NC State right back. Punch through, Courtney Bryant.
Solo block by Leia. I'm so sorry. Leia.
(18-14). The Wolfpack creeping closer. The Orange got to turn it on. Ball punched and out. Vondran with another.
Like I said earlier, that's those times where you need to be pressing that ball, angling your hands towards the court, because if you're only putting your hands up, it's just going to bounce right off of it and onto your side like we just saw.
Vondran up to 9 kills, coming off the bench today as well. Taps back and forth. What defense? Middle. Another play to keep things going. The smack from McLaughlin. Orange just got to play it over. Middle tap. Oh, what an effort.
Just pure tired right there. Gave all they could on both sides of the court with a really long rally. Just couldn't do it anymore.
Huge for Syracuse to keep the defense on and win that point. There's another run being started by NC State, 3-0. (19-15). On the slide. Stuck up.
Solo block by McLaughlin.
And that's going to be a timeout. NC State's a big part for this team. Sent a lot of graduates after last season, so bit of a rebuild, but still working out that young talent that they have to try and put it together this season. Vondran stuck up.
Leia adding another block to her belt. Something that the Orange really needed to see right about now.
2-point game all of a sudden. Vondran connects that time.
Something I don't say often is seeing Skylar George settle and get flat-footed. That is something that we just saw right now. I think she relied on her blockers up front a little too much, got a little too comfortable. Should have been ready for something to come her way.
Sent right back. Service error, and NC State has done a really good job serving-wise today. 8 service aces to Cuse's 2. And just 5 service errors before that one, but now they come within 1. Punches one for the kill. Lily Cropper.
Cropper, not a name that we haven't said numerous times throughout today. She is an effective senior middle blocker, effective hitter, and currently has 6 kills on this match.
7 blocks, 3 aces. Well-rounded stat line. To the middle. Easy recovery. Dorsey can't get it going. They feed right back. Awkward set. McLaughlin splits the window. But the Wolfpack's there. Continues. To the middle again. Battle for it, and the Wolfpack steals it. Tough point to lose for the Orange. They needed it for the momentum, facing a 4-point deficit. NC State just 3 away. Bit of a collision on the Q side. Block almost works, but still gets through. Dorsey picks up another. There's a 5th freshman.
Last rally, you saw everybody continue to play their roles with Waddy getting up on the net, getting a block, Yamada getting down, pancaking, and getting that ball off the floor. This time, we're not seeing people do what they need to be doing in their specific roles. They're kind of all over the place, and it needs to be brought back together if we want to see anything happen.
Just 2 away. The women's building is hushed. Really nice effort. Dorsey!
You know, one person we are seeing struggle on the Orange side is number 4, Emma Ortiz. She has come in the game a couple of times, but has just been letting a few balls get past her.
George floats one out of bounds. NC State will take it.